Outcome Productions podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Outcome Production podcast, and today we are here with
Efromslc, man, heart and the soul.
Dope. Hey, thank you so much for giving us your time and joining us today. So we're gonna talk about a little bit about you, your career, and stuff. So let's start. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. Honestly, I'm really excited to be here because it's a new podcast, my first ever podcast that I ever did too.
Dope.
So I'm really excited to just get up here and talk about me. Let people know what's been going on.
Hell yeah! So where are you from and what exactly do you do?
So, Efromslc. I was born here, born and raised and everything. So, I know all about the valley, everything. What do? I make music. Started off probably, I would say, high school is probably when it started, low key.
Oh, dope.
Started just, it kind of always starts there, we're just messing around with the homies. You just want to rap real quick while you're, just sloughing school and shit. You know how it starts, So, that's how it started, man. That's what really planted the seed. Just me and the homies just really getting together and just having fun with it. And I think that's what it is today. I still remind myself, like, yo, just have fun with this shit. Because there's been times where I take this music shit a little too serious. And then I get writer's block. I know a lot of these artists heard about that. Writer's block, man. Oh, man, I'm a victim of it for sure.
It happens.
But it's been dope. The music journey's been cool. I got into a lot of experience with, throwing shows, hosting shows as well.
Oh, dope.
So that's been really cool. It's been a really learning experience. Where I'm at today is where I'm trying to focus on finally making money off this shit. That's always been the goal. But I've just had little goals here and there as I've gone through this music shit.
Right.
And it's been nice, honestly, knocking them down one by one, little by little, realizing that manifestation is real.
True
I'm definitely one of those people. I believe in that divine energy type shit. There's a higher energy and all that. So, always respect the all high, almighty and shit. So, can't forget that. So, like I said, man, this journey's been full of ups and downs, full of fucking excitement, full of loss, full of everything, man. And that's what's amazing about it, putting it all down in music.
That's dope, man.
I've been loving it.
So it seems like you went through a lot for what it seems like. So speaking of that, what has been the biggest challenge that you face and how do you overcome?
So the biggest challenge, man, it's kind of leading up to that question, man. It kind of fitting perfectly. So, there's a lot of ups and downs with this shit. That's life in general, but when you're chasing something, I feel like it gets really intensive. The pressure gets real. The biggest challenge I faced is it have to be it starts within you, man. I know you guys heard of it, here and there, but I think mastering your mentality, making sure you have a strong mentality with all this shit, especially when you're going to chase something. I bet this started as a dream too, but look at you guys, man. You guys have a whole room over there full of artists from Park City doing their fucking stuff. Another room over there. Just walking in was a fucking dream come true,
Yeah.
So it's really dope, man. Honestly, I really see what you guys are doing out here, and that's what it really takes, just to put in that work, So I think it just comes with a lot of mental strength, that you definitely need to pursue this type of stuff when you're chasing anything,
True that. Yeah, it's all it comes in your mind, but then you have to do it to make it a reality,
Yeah.
So because if you just think about it and you're like, let's see if it happens, or I don't know, then you're gonna be stuck there,
Yeah. So that reminds me of something, man. There's people in my family that I grew up with, and they would always say this saying, "Si Dios quiere,"
Yeah.
And in a way, I really, I'm really spiritual and all that, but I have another family member that would rebel on that, yo, if God wants you to do it, because that's what it means. Si Dios quiere is if it relates to if God wants, if God permits it. So I don't know, God wants to see you happy, so if someone makes you happy, you just go for it. You got to put in the work, and if it's meant for you, God will make it happen,
True.
But you can't just sit down and just wait for something, and that's what kind of you were saying.
Exactly.
You got to go for it for sure and really just get that answer for sure.
Hell yeah.
So, that just kind of reminded me of that, man. Shout out my grandma. She's the one that always said that,
That's
Hell
dope,
yeah.
man. Now, If you could go back in time, what would you say to your younger self?
I would say, I would definitely say, through all the trials and tribulations that we've been through, look out for yourself. Don't forget to look out for yourself all the time, because you give a lot of yourself to people around you, and at the end of the day, sometimes it's only you at the end of the day. So you got to definitely just remember, spread love as much as you can, but still remember to love yourself, through it all, man, because that shit's, I mean, it kind of goes into like, believing in yourself and all that shit, when you're chasing this shit. Strong mentality with that kind of goes hand in hand.
Dope, man. Dope. Now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, what are your goals?
So, something recently happened this year, man. I took myself on tour. It was pretty dope, man. It was like, I think it started within a couple, I don't know how to say it. Like, I think there was a couple months that I did a couple shows, and then all of a sudden I met a lot of connects just like that. Yeah. And eventually I was able to line up, like, I don't even know how many shows I did, dude. It was like
how many what was the time period of those shows that you did?
So the time period honestly was I gotta say within 3 months. Like 3 months? I did probably like, let me count them real quick. I did Shorty, Jay Worthy, opened up for Lil Weirdo, opened up for who else was on that shit?
And what
Afro Man.
Okay, was all this in Utah or other states?
So I actually did it very local. Yeah, so I started out with a lot of local Salt Lake shows, and that's all the names that I named, and a little more I was able to open up when they came here. So I was with a lot of these big names. It was dope. And eventually I got a couple connects too. I ended up going to a couple out of state too. I did Desi Hollow in Vegas. So that was a really dope show. And then I did Nebraska too. I never thought I'd be in Nebraska, but they showed love over there, man. It's a small city where I went, but honestly, they showed love. Like, even after the show, I got the full effect of being a celebrity, man. They were like, yo, I saw you on somebody's story. And I was just at the grocery store shopping after the show. And they were like, let me take a pic with you real quick. And it was me, the homie Stilo, the homie. We had Salt Lake Texan over there too. Shout out the homeboys that did that tour with me. So there was a lot of artists involved too. It wasn't just me, but I got to, like I said, got to meet a lot of connects, a lot of people through it, a lot of amazing people that even just meeting you, man. Yeah. That whole tour led to this. I feel like, kind of like, just getting my name out there, exposure, and then eventually connecting with you.
Hell yeah, social media helps a lot. Like you might think it's like, no, I don't want to post like an Instagram or TikTok, but guys, nowadays social media is everything, because that's how you get people to see, that's how I met you. Social media,
that's what I'm saying.
And then I was like, and then that's how other people like, oh, I see your podcast, I want to be in your podcast, and they're like, yo, where? Like, oh, I saw you on Instagram. So social media is key, guys, if you want to like take your career to the next level. Really now is. Speaking of next level, if you could collaborate with an artist, either dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oof, dead or alive. So honestly, I do love the old OGs, man. Honestly, the OG of the game for me would be Biggie and Tupac. But out of them, I would definitely choose Tupac. Someone alive would be Jay Worthy, man. He's really putting it down for the funk. And honestly, that's what I'm getting into recently, music-wise, I'm just, man, that sound. I grew up with a lot of oldies and stuff, so a lot of that old sound stuff, man, it just hits the soul. I feel like I'm an old soul in this fucking body, and when I hear that kind of music, it just hits deep, and I don't know,
identify with it.
Yeah, the people that got old souls, then they know what I'm talking about. So they know they would resonate with that. But yeah, man, I just been loving that. So Jay Worthy would be one, but dead would be Tupac, man.
Hell yeah. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Now, what's an advice that someone has given to you that has impacted you?
Damn. Advice, man. I feel like, honestly, my ears are open all the time. I feel like God speaks through people. So I feel like I take advice as I go through life. I feel like there's stages in life, Yeah. I feel like every stage in life you need something different, to get through that. And I feel like, honestly, man, I am really spiritual when it comes down to that. And I feel like I keep my eyes open to these omens. That's what I call them. You know, everyone has a different name for them, you know.
True.
But that's kind of, I keep my ears open to that. And honestly, there's just a lot of sayings that I have in my head that help me get through it, kind of what you're saying, like just certain advice. And for me it's more like sayings is what speaks to me, like kind of like that saying what we talked about earlier. What was it? Si Dios quiere, you know. I'm gonna fucking work hard for this, you know, but it's only if God really permits it that it's gonna happen, you know. And it's dope because, you know, I have been getting little signs, man. I finally did this year I did that tour, and after that I finally did my little withdrawal from this music shit, and that was the first time ever, you know, like as a kid I've been like trying to figure out how do I make money off the streaming.
That's dope. And
this year I feel like, you know, I've worked some out with some shit, and you know, finally it was dope to see really those numbers hit the bank account. You're like, damn, this is real. My music, this is fucking real. This is real. So you know, when coming back to that question you asked me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I see myself going more harder on this music shit. Like, this was finally the last little spark I needed to be like, yo, take this shit serious, you know? Exactly. Because this shit could be real, you know? And I look up to a lot of artists. There's this big artist in California right now. His name is Jimmy Waters, man. And he's been really low-key. He's really underground. But honestly, his come-up has been crazy. I feel like he figured out this thing real quick. And he knew that if he just dropped hella albums, no matter if they got 1,000 plays, if each one of them got 100 plays, that shit's still a bag of money right there. Yeah, and you could make something off of that. You could really start investing in something, you know? True that. So, you know, I'm just trying to figure that shit out music-wise. I love the business side of things. I've thrown my own shows since fucking 18. I had this little era of shows called Best in the West. Okay. And that shit was super fucking cool, honestly. I think a lot of artists would remember that shit. So shout out to people that were involved in Best in the West 1, 2, 3, and 4. I did it manually, annually. So every March, it was from 2018 to 19, 20, 21, 22, around that era, you know. So it was cool, man. And I want to bring that back eventually too. Let's get it. I took a break from that as well because I just wanted to obtain more knowledge and come back harder, you know. Like I already
give them the opportunity, you know.
Yeah, so that's kind of still in the works too. Eventually in the next 5 years I want to come back with one of those crazy big shows again. And so when you see Best in the West, just know that it's been worked on for years, you know, and I'm trying to really come out with some for my people, you know, here because dope, I love when we all kind of get together. Like I said, I did a lot of shows and I love the ambience to there, you know. It's kind of dope just having everyone there, that people that support you, people that show nothing but love, you know. So it's really cool to have that there, especially as an artist, man. Sometimes you just need that type of energy around you, you know.
Yeah, you guys heard, like, something big is coming up, you know.
Best in the West, man. Stay tuned
now,
to that.
What advice would you give out to the people, regardless if they want to become a music artist or in life?
I would say it starts with you and knowing yourself, you know. I would say it starts with mental strength. You got to figure out where you come from. You got to figure out where you want to go. And eventually that becomes your mission. And never to forget that, because through all these ups and downs, like, you take hits mentally, you know. And I feel like it's very important to stick to the only thing that I've seen that really keeps people into their mission is that mental strength. So I feel like it starts there. You really got to start within yourself and just, like, you know, believe in yourself type shit, and just know that you are going to make this, you know, and just go for it. Just go for it. Just don't even think twice. Just go for it.
Do it.
Yeah,
just do
man. So whatever crazy thing you're thinking about right now, just fucking do it right now. Just do it right now. Right when you get off this video, right when you're done watching this video, just do it.
You guys heard.
That's how it is.
Now, where could people follow you? What's your social media?
So on Instagram, I'm on Efromslc. I try to keep that name for everything now. So Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music, Tidal, anything you guys use, it'll be Efromslc.
Okay. Anything new that you came out, or anything new that is coming out in the future that can people be in the lookout?
Yeah, so something that I am personally excited for with this music shit is my new album. So I dropped a couple new songs, and honestly, there's this one song that kind of blew up on me, and it was like a funk song, and it blew up for me on TikTok. And honestly, that's what kind of led me to doing the tour. Like that really fucking, it's crazy. Like one song can really change your fucking life, you know?
True that.
I feel like that one song really opened doors to like a lot of these opportunities that I've taken. So I'm just kind of going to give people what they want. And I love it too. You know, I love funk shit. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to make a whole album on that now. So you heard it here first. Outcome Productions. That funk album's coming. And I know these people are going to love it because they already love the first song. So let's get this.
Oh, you guys heard. Yeah. So follow this kid. Mm-hmm. He has great talent and new music coming out. So don't be missing out that. But yeah, man, I just want to thank you so much for your time. It was a great episode. I loved it. And you guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And this was the Outcome Production Podcast. We out.
Outcome Productions Podcast.